Here's what I gotta say is, done, finished, I beat you.
This is New York, the world's largest city, the heart of financial networks that encircle the globe. What is it that people most want to see here?
When thinking of New York City, you might think of the extravagance or awe-inspiring, the city of dreams. Or maybe you think more of the grittiness, the excessive consumerism, something completely different from what it once was. Both can be considered the reality, but it's hard to say if the New York City dream is still alive and possible, or just another facade, too expensive to actually afford.
Spikes in apartment rents in New York City year over year.
Do you think like someone who just moved here and doesn't have a lot of money, do you think it's even still possible for them?
No, it's difficult.
No.
They have to go back to the States or even to Jersey, even to, Connecticut, different states. But living in New York is very high.
Is there anything you don't like about living here?
Prices.
It's prices.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So with no real connections, and only having a few bags, a longboard, and a camera, I have moved across the country with 3 months staying all around the city to see what's true and what's just movie magic.
That's what you do all day? Like this is your full-time thing, or is this like a side thing?
I'm actually a finished carpenter by trade.
Okay.
I have a college degree in marketing, and I also have a college degree in recording arts, in music
Wow.
too.
Were you born in New York?
I was not born in New York. I was born in Pennsylvania.
Why did you come out here?
I came out here in about 1992. I was 14 at the time, and I was culture shocked that there's like dollar peep shows and karate movies on 42nd Street, and prostitutes and gangsters and drug dealers, and it was culture shock.
So my budget's about $1,200 per month. With that being said, New York City generally has this rule called the 40 times rule, where you take your monthly rent, times that number by 40, and that number can't exceed your annual income. Otherwise you end up having to get a guarantor who does. None of this is really within the realm of possibility for me. So we end up having a very limited supply of even options to pick from.
That looks so gross.
Hey,
bro.
Sammy! We need Sammy Hagar. Some cobble wobble.
What's your name?
Sean.
Sean? Where are you from New York?
Can I get a picture too?
Fine.
Get a picture too?
Yeah, do you want in? So what would you say? Like,
Alright, so New York.
It's just like Seinfeld. It's about homeless people.
Yeah. Depends on the
Yeah. I'm the funniest kid you ever met.
season. There ain't no more 40s after that.
You ever had sex on a plane?
I'm coming in.
So you might be wondering what it's like to live in an Airbnb like month to month, and it's not bad. It's pretty big, pretty spacious. When you come to the kitchen, it actually has all the appliances you could use and need, and it even let's not look there. It's even got windows in front of the bed. It's a nice sunlight view. Overall, it's a pretty nice place. It's pretty clean. As good as all this is, I just, I think it might be time to start finding an apartment.
Is anything coming out of there?
no.
Is it red?
It's like red for sure, but it's not.
If you see anything jump out, let me know. No, because it got down to the bone, and I got shot in the back of the head. It blew my whole skull off like practically.
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital. They made a skull. They nailed it up with like trim nails and everything. Like put a skull on. Saved my eye. Saved all the blood where I got shot. And I could think again and everything.
Yeah.
People get crazy, man. I killed, but I found innocent. They put me back in jail. What's anybody gonna do? Fuck them white people. I killed a lot of white people.
Yeah. She's screaming about something over there. I don't know what she's screaming about.
Well, you hungry?
Do you think like New York's changed since you've like grown up? Like you think it's the same place? Yeah, nothing's changed.
You know, little shit.
What's up? So someone the other day asked me if I miss owning a car or if I just prefer the subway over everything. And that's a complicated question. You know, you come to learn that sometimes the safer route is actually walking home in the snow for the rest of the trip. It's a little cold today. Are you from New York?
Yes, Brooklyn.
It's like New York to you then, like
It's home. It's life.
Yo, get that camera out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that camera, bro. Get out of here, bro. Right now. Get out of here right now. These niggas right now, bro. Put him on right.
That's how tall he was.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, he's doing right, bro. Nah, he buying it. He buying it with you. Nah, he ain't gonna just do this.
Nah, bro.
I tell everybody that.
Niggas, bro. They just be taking pictures of people, and next thing you know, like, she ain't interview nobody. She on this shit, bro. Where's your mommy? She on it. You got the little light skin nigga telling niggas we make thing, which gonna bring the police. That's what happened last time.
So we have a problem. I move out in like 3 days and we have nowhere else to go. So I ended up booking a last minute Airbnb, and now not only am I running out of time, I'm now out of money. So we broke. Oh, that's my sock right there. See that? That's not good. That should hold for at least a little bit. I've realized that you have to be quick. If a post is over like an hour old, forget about it. It's not happening. This is the setup. There I got Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist on the computer, and then I got entertainment, and then I use my phone as a response tool. This is how I'm gonna figure it out.
This is about, this sign here is what I would call, God bless you, thank you very much, I would say is in the category of what we would call an entertainment sign. I've ran into the problem when I do wear the cereal box costume with this sign. God bless you, sir. God bless you. For all the years that I've been in Times Square, it's about making people happy and having a good time when you come to New York.
Mickey Mouse. It's a Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
It's successful. Hey, Rob, can you come here for a second? Rob? So Robert, he's been here for, you tell him, he's been here for 23 years.
23 minutes.
23 years, but Rob could tell you that, like, it's about entertaining the people, making them happy, having a good day, looking at them, giving them, and ordering to receive something.
Right.
And if anyone knows that better than anyone, I think Rob could definitely tell you.
He's being humble. He's the king. I just watching, taking notes.
But he does it. He knows it. He lives it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to live it.
Hear that? Sound of success. With a whole 12 days left to spare. We did it. And we have ourselves a place to live. Not that place, but a place. And at about $9.50 a month and a 20-minute commute to Manhattan, I would say it's about as good as we're gonna get. Oh yeah, this is it. As you can see, see, I've already kind of moved in a little bit, but I'm clearly missing key items.
If you live in New York, you cannot live in different place. Promise to that.
Yeah.
My son invited me to live in Dallas. He bought it for me 1 floor, the very expensive building. They have a swimming pool, shopping center in the back. 2 months and get back to New York.
It's like addicting.
Yeah.
Really
If you
is.
live in New York more than 2-3 years, you cannot leave the city.
Yeah.
You don't have money to live, you find a partner or some friends that live together
Yeah.
and share everything, you know. The Big Apple, newspaper.
You have anything else you'd like to say?
That's it. Thank you so much.
Well, honestly, I think this is about as good as it gets for the price, so not bad. So in conclusion, it's been about 8 months since I moved out to New York. If you're gonna be attempting something like this, there's some things you definitely should keep in mind. I think the prices alone deter a lot of people, but I think one thing to consider when moving to just any place more expensive, the price for work also increases. So in a way they kind of even each other out, and especially if that work is super in demand.
Do you think the city's like changed since growing up?
Yeah, it's been through a lot of changes. Yeah, I've seen a lot of changes. Second Street used to be like a red light district.
Yeah.
Like it used to be crazier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It never used to be this nice.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay.
Finding somewhere to stay, I think, is definitely the hardest part in my opinion, just because the city is packed. Airbnb is a good option, but the prices drastically change from winter to summer months. And for me, I was paying about $2,000 a month. You could go for cheaper, but it's really just about how much you're willing to put up with at that point. So I would say, if possible, sublease through like Facebook groups or Craigslist or social media groups. That is a very crowded market, and so you end up having to be very quick. But beware of scammers. You're gonna have to sift through a lot of that, and I mean a lot of that.
Double barrels, man.
Yeah, it's the best way to get around.
Yeah, I know. No. Longboard's the best way to get around.
Oh yeah, this is the longboard.
No. Oh shit.
But I think at the end of the day, a huge factor is luck. For me, to focus on factors that I can't control is kind of just a waste of time. There's already a lot you have to put up with. But that's kind of... So there's a lot you have to put up with. And I think that's just part of living in the city. For me, it's just about learning to deal and realizing that the fact that you're even here doing it, no one expected it to be easy. That's kind of the point.
The guy that was sitting at home on the couch that was thinking about doing something and he never went out and did it, you should go out and try just a tiny little bit of all them things that you have working in your head.
So is it possible? Yes, obviously. Was it worth it? Definitely yes.